Alright, you guys keep asking me about this HIVE blockchain. If I'm being totally fucking honest, I don't know what about blockchain really. I mean, I know it has to do with crypto shit. And they were certainly at a high, but then this one blurb about positive sentiment drives, projections see Bitcoin as 100,000. But see, then things didn't go well. But we could say here, are they ready to come back? They're based in Texas. That is always a good thing. And the firm owns green energy powered data center facilities. Green energy power, dude. The Swedes, Canada, Iceland, they're gonna love that shit. And you could say people who, want things cleaner also like it. I wouldn't trust that as far as I could throw it in the heart of Texas. And whatever they're doing here, I can guarantee you they most certainly don't have cleanliness in mind going into Paraguay. But they're gonna have, I don't know, Chairman talked with scaling high performance, increase electricity capacity. See, this is, I guess you guys could see what you think. This, I think they could, what do the analysts say? They're going to have their next earnings August 11th. And we know companies tend to rise prior to earnings on anticipations. And then we're going to have, see, they do have a 7% sell, but no strong sell. Which I honestly like Public's ratings, if I'm being honest, which I usually am. I always do. Well, not always. Anyways, we have HIVE Digital Technology demonstrated robust financial performance with BTC mining revenues reflecting 29% or quarter-over-quarter increase driven by 30% average in Bitcoin prices. So, this all depends on those Bitcoin prices, you could say. How many people, usually it tells you how many bought this week. I bet a lot of people obviously are. So you have that one. And then, wait a minute. What's his face? I guess Stock Genius has left TikTok. I'm sure Stock Genius will come back. But if Stock Genius does not, where did he go? You guys don't know how shady TikTok is. So shady, shysters. But on here, I will have a high-risk investing group. And I would encourage people that are in the group to post stuff. Somebody had posted something a while ago, because I don't want to be the only one posting in group. I don't care either way. But I will also post accounts that I like. Somebody wrote, how old is he? Kez is younger. But just because someone's young doesn't mean they're not smart. I don't know. He's also Asian. But so was Stock Genius, I thought. But now that we think about it, we did not ever see Stock Genius's actual face, which could be a sign of something. You know what? I'm sure he'll come back. But if he doesn't come back, I do feel bad. I told people to go to a sub. Well, it was just a month, see? But that should also teach people. He'll come back, I'm sure. And if you had gotten, depending when you get in, he did have a lot of good trades. He did a lot of options trades. So these are some options I have going here. I got some RGTI, because I think these fuckers are going to rise before earnings. We have all these earnings seasons coming up. Now, for the love of God, I hope there isn't a DeepSeek incident. That would be horrific. But as far as the HIVE thing, I like Wolf. That is my baby, because that one has a Saudi influence, or the United Arab Emirates influence. And, my God, Wolf, they were at some highs. Well, I think these guys are going to go. So I'm betting on them that they're going to get to $6 a share by August 8th, week before earnings. I think Wolf can do that. But Wolf has a tendency to disappoint at earnings. So that's why I got it leading up to the earnings. We'll see how they do. I like them. And they have the Core 42. But there's a lot of, these Bitcoin miners that could be quite interesting. People like Iron. But you might notice Iran on an uber high here. And what goes up typically goes down. But what the fuck is with Iran? This one, Australia. I think I looked at them because you guys told me about these ones too. But then you have Mara, you have Riot. So you have APLD, which I also have option for APLD. Damn, these Bitcoin miners. And Mara is not even at their past highs. So if you were looking at options for Mara, this one, not tomorrow. We have a half day tomorrow. That would be stupid. But if you go to the week before earnings, man, if And the ones that are in the money, so if they're sitting at 718, if they get to 18 tomorrow, over 18, then that would probably go up by around $25. We'll see what Mara does, but these are in the money. If you had it at $16 strike price, that one would be worth $240. So if the price rose up to 19, this one that costs $91 right now could end up costing $240 if you wanted to try to sell it. But the 25th is less than a month away. So that is obviously very risky. I don't think Stock Genius would have told you people to do that. I don't know what Stock Genius would have said. I like the Aurora. I got into some Humusite. I don't know. How much more money can I lose on motherfucking Humusite? I don't give a fuck at this point. So this, man, we'll see. We'll see what these Huma options are going to look like. Because there's not as many, notice. There's only that one leading up to the earnings. I didn't get into that one. My Humusite call. Oh, I did. God, I'm a fucking idiot. Did I? Oh, no. I did it for after earnings. And it's already, I got it for $25, 2 of them. So now they're at 30. They cost $35. They went down 16% today because, of course, they did. It's fucking Humusite. But I think when Humusite says they're going to announce they're at other hospitals, all sorts of stuff Humusite's going to do. Their pipeline is just ready to hand stuff in. Well, almost. The controversy one is just an idiotic one. They're so stupid with their nonsense. But Humusite, those calls, oh God, these stupid fucking lawsuits. A promising solution for hemodialysis challenges with buy rating. See, buy ratings at $5. Man, I just think that could be. Well, here's the other thing. If you notice, nobody gives a fuck about Humusite options, so that could be another thing. You want to make sure you're looking at interest. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So you know what? But I do, and maybe I'll buy those shares out, because the more shares of Humusite, the better. Honestly, I think shares of Humusite, I would recommend that over calls. I'm just playing, because I'm an addictive gambler. You have Archer one, and ASPI. I think ASPI, and that NOC one by July 18th for $2. I already hold a lot of NOC, so that is just another one. I just took it on a bet because I believe that was actually old. I got that a long time ago, so I might even roll that over. But then again, similar to biotechs, I'll tell you guys, they're not really that much interest in. Well, actually, that's 15,000. I guess you could say other people are interested in that one. But even if it's in the money, so they're sitting at $1.42. Let's say they go up to $3. That means your $2 one is now in the money, and it still might even only be $55 or $100. So, but if you got it for $10, that is a decent profit. But we don't know. And that one, obviously, I would say the NOC one is a very risky call, but not as risky for the stock. Well, also risky for the stock, but I'm just pretty sure, I'm almost like 95% sure that Trump's going to approve the Pebblebrook project. The Alaska governor's on board. He's going to get this big, beautiful bill. Dude, he does whatever he wants. So, of course, he's going to do this Pebblebrook project. And you could have Aurora trucking, which I talk about in another video. But the RGTI is definitely, Quantum is a popping. And I think Oscar, I don't know if I talked about them, I think they go back up. They are most definitely on a down. And people are talking about them. Oscar is a buzz. There you go. Raise your hand if you're buying the Oscar dip. People are very, very loving their Oscar. Now, Johnny Walker, Oscar going to lose 25 to 40% of its members. These people have no money. Permanent loss, most likely. What magical beans will they use to make up that? I do like a debate. See, he's going to say, Oscar helps those who are not eligible for Medicaid. Those people will help from the right insurer. Do whatever you would to this. And I said, I don't know who to trust, because he's saying that Oscar does use this ACA. But let's go ahead and say, Oscar primarily serves individuals who do not qualify for Medicaid or other programs like Medicaid focusing on the Affordable Care Act marketplace. See, they're just going to make their own type of Affordable Care Act marketplace. And recall, Oscar Health is a founder's fund, Peter Thiel. So I just feel like they have a plan. And I'm not going into UNH. Fuck UNH. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing that. So Oscar, we could see some drops. We could get all the way down to 14. So I'm definitely going to wait. But in a long run, I think that Oscar comes back from this 100%. Always remember to sell at your highs. Well, not unless you're a long-term holder and you don't care. But at least selling half is always a good idea. Unless you're a long-term holder and you don't really care. But anyways. And then Oklo, I think Oklo goes back up because they're having something with that Google fusion. Google says they're going to do fusion, but Google also invests in a lot of nuclear. So I think they could go lower though. I think maybe we could see 40s. Oklo is like a HIMS. I should have known something like this would happen with fucking Oklo because everything, that's their pattern. That's their pattern. But then somebody hits an SMR. And SMR, I am in SMR, another one. And I would almost get more SMR. Because they are doing something with desalination, which sets them apart from Oklo. New scale power, desalination. Because this is going to be, they need to figure out how to use how to use water, or how to get desalinated water. Because these data centers and whatnot are going to use an astronomical amount of fresh water. So if NuScale isn't developing this, that could be very exciting.